Hey there, good evening. Happy Wednesday. And welcome to Quick Bite History Live. Tonight we are pleased to present two different shows in one. First, we will roll out our robots for an exciting round of digital speed painting featuring famous European landmarks tonight. Then we will offer our third installment of the History and Technology News Brief broadcast for discussion and comment. We have scheduled a special guest to join us for that segment tonight. Hey, we currently reference and leverage a cool new AI news app titled Particle News for our news brief segment. Please visit particlenews.ai if you are interested in signing up for their app that is currently in beta. All right, I see some people already checking in, so please do check into the chat. Say hello. Feel free to comment on our stories. If I see a question coming in, we'll do our best to address that as we go. And of course, this is where you answer for the speed painting game. Okay, let's fire up those robots. Hello, everybody. Hello, Arena. Hello, Jan. Hello, Mary Jo. Hang on one second. There we go. Now let's get those robots going. Again, you know the rules. This is famous European landmarks tonight. We do the speed painting, the robots do the speed painting, and you do the guessing. And I'll try to offer up some useful clues along the way. This landmark was originally criticized for its design, with many calling it an eyesore. They called it an eyesore. Standing at over 300 meters tall, it held the title of the world's tallest structure until 1930. Who knows this one? I bet you guys all know this one. Eiffel Tower. Uh-oh. I let the cat out of the bag now. Who remembers who designed the Eiffel Tower? Who designed the Eiffel Tower? It was constructed as the entrance arch to the 1889 World's Fair. This iconic structure is located on the Champ de Mars. It is named after the engineer. Who remembers the designers? Gustav, who designed it, and is now the most recognizable structure in Paris. All right, well, we started off easy, right? So let's get a little bit harder. This landmark's official name is not what people call it. It's part of a larger building. Intriguing. Its clock is renowned for its accuracy and has rarely stopped. Who knows? This iconic structure has been featured in numerous films, often representing the city it's in. There you go. I see the right answer on the board. I see the right answer. Does it have another name? Who knows another name for this? This iconic structure has been featured in numerous films, often representing the city it's in. Oh, I already read that one. It is located at the north end of the Palace of Westminster. Commonly known as Big Ben, it refers specifically to the Great Bell inside the famous clock tower in London. That is correct. Now we just got to watch the robots finish this painting, I think. Yeah, Clock Tower of London, I think is the other name. And it is part of the Palace of Westminster, I guess. You guys would know better than me. All right. This is a feature we've been to before. This ancient structure could hold up to 80,000 spectators. It was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles, such as animal hunts and executions. Earthquakes and stone robbers have left it in a partially ruined state. Those stone robbers. This iconic landmark is located in the capital city of Italy. There it is. Who remembers the other name for the Colosseum of Rome? The name that it actually held for a much longer period of time, and the name of the people that funded it. Who knows the other name for the Colosseum of Rome? Who knows? I think it was the actual name of the place up until like 350 AD or something. Then they changed it just to Colosseum, I guess. But it used to be called, who knows? How about the Flavian Amphitheater? Flavian Amphitheater. That sound familiar? I think it's Flavian, not Flavian. All right, moving on to number 4. The ancient citadel contains the remains of several historically significant buildings. Again, we're doing European landmarks tonight. So join in the fun and do some guessing about the robot speed painting. It is located on a rocky outcrop above the city it overlooks. The most famous structure here is dedicated to the goddess Athena. Who knows the name of this place? The site represents the birthplace of democracy and the birthplace of the Western civilization. That sounds important. Who knows? I believe both of those are the correct answers. Known as the Acropolis, it is a prominent landmark in Athens. And of course, the featured building is the Parthenon, not the Pantheon. The Pantheon is in Rome. The Parthenon is in Greece. You guys did great on that one. Good job. Moving on to number 5. They get harder, so get better. This structure has been under construction for over 140 years and is still not finished. So that's a pretty good clue. That's a pretty good clue. The robot's painting maybe a little far away, so I think it's a little too far away on this. Its design includes intricate facades and towering spires inspired by natural forms. It was designed by the famous architect Antoni Gaudí. I thought it was Antonio, but I guess it's Antoni Gaudí. Oh, there it is. Everybody's got the place and the name of the cathedral, basilica, actually. This basilica is located in a major Spanish city known for its art and architecture, and I've seen the answer on the board. Known as the Sagrada Familia. It is an iconic landmark in Barcelona. Still under construction, I guess. Huh? I think that is that the other name for it? Cathedral of Barcelona? Sagrada Familia. Okay, you guys are doing great. Number 6. This building has served as a focal point for the British people at times of national rejoice and national crisis. It has 775 rooms, including 19 staterooms, 52 royal and guest bedrooms, and 78 bathrooms. The famous balcony here is often used for public appearance by the royal family. English or Spanish? Am I speaking English or Spanish? Is that the question? The palace is official London residency of the UK's sovereign, known as, who knows what this is? Known as Buckingham Palace. It is one of the most recognizable buildings in London. I don't know if the robots did that good on that. Maybe they didn't do that good. You guys are doing good though. Number 7. Here we go. A little harder, they get harder. This structure is widely considered one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture. Can't really tell yet, can you? Robot's got some work to do on this one. Its construction began in the 12th century and took over 100 years to complete. Who knows? Its construction began in the 12th century and took over, I already told you that one. It features famous gargoyles and large rose windows. A significant fire in 2019 caused major damage to this landmark. That's correct. I see the correct answer up there. Very good, very good. Known as Notre Dame Cathedral, it is located in Paris, France. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Well, robots did pretty good on that, didn't they? Not a lot of detail, but you can tell. All right, moving on. We've got number 8 coming up. Anybody got a guess? Go ahead. This structure, the first clue is too easy. I'm going to skip the first clue. It is a freestanding bell tower of a cathedral in its city. This structure began leaning during its construction due to unstable foundation soil. The tilt of this tower has become partially corrected in recent years to prevent it from falling over. It was going too far. They had to do something. It is located in the region of Tuscany in a famous Italian city. Who knows? Yeah, you're making me hungry then. Not exactly. You see, that just makes me hungry. Known as the Leaning Tower of Pisa, P-I-S-A, it is one of Italy's most iconic landmarks. Yes, it is. They're lucky it didn't fall over. Ever. I guess it would have been completely destroyed if it did fall over. Okay, I'm going to be working on the pronunciation of this next one all the way through the robot's painting. This 19th century castle was commissioned by a reclusive king known for his grandiose building projects. It is often called the fairy tale castle due to its picturesque setting and design. The fairy tale castle, who knows that one? This castle served as the inspiration for Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. We've all seen that. It is located in the Bavarian Alps, overlooking the Hohenschwangau Valley. Hohenschwangau Valley. Schwangau. Known as Neuschwanstein or Neuschwanstein Castle. Neuschwanstein Castle. It was built by King Ludwig II of Bavaria. Didn't Hitler hang out there or something? Isn't that where it's also famous from? I can't remember. Anybody remember that? This a Hitler hangout? All right. Number 10. This building is one of the largest churches in the world. It is considered one of the holiest Catholic shrines and is a place of pilgrimage. The dome of this basilica was designed by Michelangelo. Who knows this one? It is located within the independent city-state of Vatican City. It's where the Pope hangs out. Pope-mobile. I haven't seen a Pope-mobile in a long time. What happened to that? I guess this Pope doesn't really get out much. Well, St. Mark's is No, St. Mark's is not correct. That is not even in the right camp. Known as St. Peter's Basilica, it is a central feature of the Vatican. This is where the Pope does the Easter service, hanging out in the balcony and stuff, right? St. Mark's, I believe. I don't think it's in this list, but I believe it's that in the town that's sinking. All right, number 11. This combined bascule and suspension bridge crosses a famous river. I don't know what that word is. Bascule. It was completed in 1894 and is a symbol of the city. Who knows this one? The bridge's towers are designed in the Victorian Gothic style. What else was the Victorian Gothic style? Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. That's correct. It is often mistaken for another famous bridge located nearby. Who knows the name of this one? I don't know that that's correct. I don't believe that's correct. No. It's known as Tower Bridge. It spans the River Thames, or Thames. How do you say that? Give me some help. In London. Tower Bridge. Look at that. Is that also called London Bridge? Is that correct? I don't know. I guess so. Maybe so. All right, here we go. I've never even heard of this one, so good luck. This neoclassical monument has served as a symbol of various political changes throughout history. It was commissioned by King Frederick William II of Prussia. The gate features a quadriga, a chariot drawn by 4 horses on top. That's cool. I can kind of see that in that picture there. It was a key site during the division and subsequent reunification of its country. Who knows this one? Anybody got this one? It's kind of cool looking. This is known as the Brandenburg Gate. It is located in Berlin, Germany. So it's one of those Berlin things. You can just see a bunch of fascist guys out in front of it. How do they do it? Brandenburg Gate, located in Berlin. Yay, look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, number 13. This is a fairly famous building and it's been remodeled. This museum is housed in a former royal palace. It is the world's largest art museum and a historic monument in its country. You can kind of see the shape of it there. The robots are doing a good job. The museum's glass pyramid entrance is a modern addition completed in 1989. Gosh, can you imagine? That's 35 years ago that that glass, the modern glass addition was done. It is home to the famous painting, the Mona Lisa. All right, I see the correct answer up there. This one wasn't too hard. Known as the Louvre, it is located in Paris, France. Seems like this European landmark thing is pretty heavily invested in Paris and London. They get a lot of action. I guess they're the 2 most famous cities, probably. Yes, I see the architect up on the board. IMP. That is correct. Cool picture. All right, moving on. 14. This historic fortress has been a royal residence, a military garrison, and a prison. Robots are going to have a little more trouble with this one, I can tell. It is perched on an extinct volcanic rock called Castle Rock. The castle is home to the crown jewels and the Stone of Destiny. Who knows this structure? It dominates the skyline of its city's old town. Who knows the name of this? This is a famous European landmark. Perched on an extinct volcanic rock called Castle Rock. This is known as Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle. It is located in Scotland's capital city. That must be Edinburgh. Home to the crown jewels and the Stone of Destiny. How about that? All right, robots, not bad. Good likeness. Scotland. Right. All right, let's move to another location. This famous fountain is one of the largest in the country, standing 26.3 meters high. It is a stunning example of Baroque architecture featuring intricate sculptures. Intricate sculptures. Who knows? This might be a little hard to depict on the robot's painting today. You have to get it from the clues. Legend has it that if you throw a coin into this fountain, you will return to the city. Huh. Do you return to another city? Or when you leave this city, do you return to this city? I'm not sure how that works. It has appeared in several notable films, including La Dolce Vita. La Dolce Vita. Known as the Trevi Fountain, it is located in Rome, Italy. And yeah, I think the robots are doing their best to depict a fairly detailed, difficult painting to execute. Trevi Fountain is the correct name. Good job. All right, let's see if you can get this next one. Guess right now. No. This island is known for its dramatic views and stunning sunsets. It is part of an archipelago that was formed by volcanic activity. You can almost tell now. The robots are doing good here. The island features whitewashed buildings with blue domes. It is a popular destination for honeymooners and travelers seeking picturesque scenery. Who knows? Not Capri. There it is. I see the correct answer on the board. Known as Santorini, it is one of the most famous Greek islands. Yeah, the robots did good with that painting, don't you think? Oh, we're all the way up to, that was number 16. You guys are doing too good tonight. Santorini. There it is. All right, next up, number 17 on our European Landmark Grand Tour. This prehistoric monument consists of a ring of standing stones. The purpose and origin of this site remain subjects of research and debate. Who's got it? It is aligned with the sunrise of the summer solstice and the sunset of the winter solstice. This site is located in the English county of Wiltshire. Okay, how do you say that? Wiltshire or Wiltshire? Who wants to coach me on that? Wiltshire or Wiltshire? Something in between. I see the correct answer all over the board. Known as Stonehenge, it is one of the most famous landmarks in England. Stonehenge, of course. Stonehenge. All right, three more games. This island commune is known for its stunning medieval architecture. The abbey on top of the island is dedicated to the Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael. It becomes an island only during high tide. It is located in the Normandy region of France. All right. There's the right answer. Good job. Known as Mont Saint Michael, or is it Mont Saint Michel? I don't know which. Help me. It is one of France's most iconic landmarks. Yes, it is. Maybe I'll do a dedicated video to that. I think that sounds interesting. Mount Saint Michel. Mount Saint Michel. Whichever the one that is. All right, 2 left. Number 19. This famous city square is often considered the heart of its country. It is surrounded by significant buildings, including a famous cathedral with colorful domes that you see here. The square, which is what we're looking for, has been the site of numerous historical events, including military parades. It is located next door to the Kremlin. It's also next door to Goons, which is the largest shopping thing in the world for a long time. Who knows? Moscow is correct location. And what's the place called that this view is from? It's where Lenin's tomb is as well. There's lots of things there. It's known as Red Square. Red Square is a major landmark in Moscow, Russia. We've only got one left. We've only got one left. Here we go. Got another bridge. This historic bridge spans a major river and is adorned with statues. It was commissioned by a famous king and completed in the early 15th century. The bridge is a popular pedestrian route, or route, if you prefer, offering views of its city's old town. It connects the old town and the lesser town in its city. This is probably the most obscure, hardest one. Commissioned by a famous king, completed in the 15th century, the bridge is a popular pedestrian route offering views of its city's old town. The historic bridge spans a major river. If I told you it was in Prague, close? Prague, Czech Republic. Would you know the name of the bridge? I didn't know before. I have to. Who knows? Anybody got the answer for this one? I told you that we finish up with a toughie. This was something called the Charles Bridge. You learn something every day when you watch Quick Bite History. All right, now we're going to move on and do some news. And we're going to try some experimental work here. So this should be fun. going to bring up some news stories, and we're going to bring our special guest on here and see what she's doing. Hi, Chloe. Are you ready to help us by giving some analysis to our news stories?
Yes, I'm ready. Go ahead with the next news story, and I'll provide the analysis.
Ancient Roman egg with yolk preserved for 17,000 years unearthed in the UK. A 1,700-year-old.
That's a fascinating find. Discovering an ancient Roman egg with preserved yolk after 17,000 years is incredible, but it seems there's a discrepancy with the time frame. If it were Roman, it would be closer to 1,700 years old, aligning with the Roman era. This kind of preservation offers a rare glimpse into the daily life and rituals of ancient Rome, possibly shedding light on dietary habits and cultural practices. The conditions that allowed for such preservation, likely a waterlogged environment, also highlight the remarkable nature of archaeological discoveries. What are your thoughts, Chloe?
Hey, Chloe. So don't forget that you're supposed to only answer when I evoke your name, and you're supposed to keep your responses down to a couple sentences, please.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the reminder.
Got to keep these chatbots in line. New insights into supermassive black holes challenge early universe theories. James Webb Space Telescope finds an unusual massive black hole from the universe's early days, questioning known growth mechanisms. The quasar, number J1120
What are your thoughts,
plus.
Chloe?
Okay, Chloe, we're going to say goodnight to you tonight because you can't keep your mouth shut. Anyway, sorry about that. We're experimenting, and it will work in the future where I have a guest host, and she'll help us analyze each of the stories. Anyway, Big Bang, there's no sign of rapid feeding. Massive black hole winds observed at 36 million miles per hour can significantly influence the galaxy's formation. Researchers suggest early black holes may have formed from massive seeds rather than rapid feeding. The findings imply a need for revised models of black holes and galaxy evolution in the early universe. I'm still laughing at Chloe. Moving on to the next story. Webb telescope uncovers ancient star cluster from early universe. James Webb Space Telescope detected star clusters in a galaxy 13.6 billion light years away, dating back to 460 million years post Big Bang. The clusters observed in the cosmic gems arc are tightly packed groups of stars, potentially ancestors of modern globular clusters. These star clusters have contributed to the epoch of reionization, a period when the first stars cleared the universe's dark fog. Gravitational lensing and JWST's advanced capabilities enabled this unprecedented observation of primordial space. The discovery offers a new insight into the formation and evolution of the universe's earliest galaxies. Feel free to comment if you have any comments or questions. I know you all want Chloe back, but we're going to keep her quiet for a bit. Chinese rocket debris falls over village, raising safety concerns. Yeah, that sounds like a concern. Footage shows villagers fleeing as debris from a Long March 2C rocket falls in Guizhou, China. The rocket used highly toxic propellants, raising health concerns. China's inland launch sites increase the risk of debris falling over populated areas. Experts criticize China for not adopting safer, more modern rocket techniques. Local authorities reportedly tried to suppress videos of incidents in social media. No doubt. 2,500-year-old human remains discovered in Northern Ireland bog. Ancient human remains believed to be between 2,000 and 2,500 years old were discovered in a bog in Balagi, Northern Ireland. The remains, thought to be of male age between 13 and 17 at the time of his death, were well preserved with partial skin, fingernails, toenails, and possible kidney intact. Wow. Radioactive dating conducted by experts at Queen's University in Belfast confirmed the age of the remains, marking the first time this method has been used on a bog body in Northern Ireland. The remains will be transferred to the National Museums for further examination and preservation. NASA's simulation reveals gaps in asteroid impact preparedness. That's not good. NASA tabletop exercise simulated a scenario with 72% chance of asteroid impact in 2038. Participants included NASA, FEMA, and international agencies examining response strategies. Key issues identified included undefined decision-making processes and lack of regional disaster plans. The exercise underscored the need for better global cooperation and public messaging strategies. NASA's DART mission provided valuable data for more tested deflection methods as required. We do need to get on the ball on that. More James Webb telescope may detect alien terraforming through greenhouse gases. Alien terraforming. Scientists have identified specific fluorinated gases that could signal planetary engineering by aliens. These gases, unlike natural greenhouse gases, are potent and long-lived, making them detectable with current technology. The James Webb Telescope and future missions could spot these technosignatures on exoplanets. The gases would be used to warm planets, making them more habitable, similar to proposed human plans for Mars. The research ran simulations showing these gases could be detected even in small concentrations. Interesting. This one's cool. Secret U.S. underwater drone manta ray spotted on Google Maps. Maybe that's not the best. Developed by Northrop Grumman, the manta ray can operate autonomously for extended periods. The drone's modular design allows it to be transported in standard shipping containers. It was tested off the coast of Southern California for over 3 months. Analysts believe the manta ray aims to counter Russians and Chinese underwater capabilities. The vessel's appearance on Google Maps has raised questions about operational security. No doubt. Egyptian queen's tomb yields 5,000-year-old wine. That sounds yummy. A German-Austrian archaeology team uncovered sealed jars of a 5,000-year-old wine in the tomb of Queen Merit-Neith in Abydos, Egypt, possibly the second oldest direct evidence of wine. The wine was found in a non-liquid state, with organic residues, grape seeds, and crystals, possibly tartar, remaining. These are now being scientifically analyzed to determine specifics of ancient winemaking. The unearthed wine jars could significantly contribute to our understanding of early wine production and use and trade in the ancient Mediterranean and North Africa. Analysis can potentially reveal the wine's flavor profile and any used additives. Interesting. China returns first ever lunar samples from moon's far side. Samples collected from the South Pole Aitken Basin, one of the moon's oldest craters. This mission marks China's second landing on the moon's far side, following Chang'e 4 in 2019. Scientists expect the samples to reveal key differences between the moon's near and far side. China's lunar ambitions include future missions with Chang'e 7 and Chang'e 8 planned for 26 and 28. The US and China are both targeting the lunar South Pole for future crewed missions. I think there's water there, is why they're headed for the South Pole. 2 massive asteroids to safely pass Earth within 42 hours. Asteroid 2024 MK, discovered just 10 days ago, will pass within the moon's orbit on June 29th. Couple days. Asteroid 2011 UL21, one of the largest near-Earth objects, will fly by at a safe distance on June 27th. That's tomorrow. Both asteroids pose no threat to Earth, but highlight the importance of monitoring Earth objects. The European Space Agency's efforts in planetary defense include the upcoming Hera mission and the Flyers Telescope. Asteroid Day commemorates 1908 Tunguska event, emphasizing the need for continued vigilance. Yes, it does. A couple more stories, I think. Diver discovers trove of 30,000 to 50,000 well-preserved 4th century Roman coins off the Italian coast, potentially indicating hidden ancient shipwrecks. The discovery was made off the coast, where an amateur diver spotted something metallic peeking out from the seabed in a shallow section. The treasure trove is estimated to contain between 30,000 and 50,000 bronze Roman coins known as phallus, introduced by the Roman Emperor Diocletian in AD 294 and believed to date back to the reign of Constantine the Great, 324 to 340 AD. Pretty cool. And last feel-good story. Boeing Starliner astronauts return delayed due to technical issues and spacewalks. Astronauts Wilmore and Williams were originally set to return in June, but now face delays until at least early July. Technical issues include helium leaks and thruster malfunctions on the Starliner spacecraft. A planned spacewalk was canceled due to the coolant leak in a spacesuit, adding to the mission's complications. Despite delays, both astronauts are safe and continue to assist with ISS operations. The Starliner mission aims to ensure the spacecraft's readiness for future flights, with the next operational mission slated for 2025. So with that, that's the end of our news brief this evening. Now, let's revisit real quick our little snafu with our chatbot. It is part of ChatGPT 4.0, and it has a voice activated. It will listen to what I read, and then it will, in fact, be able to respond to questions I might have. What it doesn't seem perfect at right now is it doesn't seem to follow instructions super well yet. And that may be just my prompting isn't good enough yet. So I'm gonna work with that quite a bit. If I can get it to only respond when I want it to respond, it'll be just like having a guest or a second anchor, a second news anchor. You could kind of like take turns reading the story, and of course, with the Chat GPT, it's able to add to these stories I get from elsewhere. ChatGPT has its own information, and she can add in, as she was doing, quite a bit of her own information. It just seems like I was having a little trouble training her, so I will be working on that, and we will experiment with that, and we will probably do some short versions of live shows where we experiment with the chatbot as a second anchor. So anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. I think with that, we'll call it an evening, and I appreciate everyone hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed the game tonight. We'll do it again next Wednesday for sure. All right, well, take it easy.